We are at the Tokyo Fire Museum. So it's in a fire station that's inside of a skyscraper, and it starts in 6F and goes down to the basement with exhibits. These are all different type of firefighter uniforms from the Edo period. Check out that helmet. I can only imagine how heavy that is. This is what they call a long box. You'd have to push or pull it because they had no way of protecting their belongings. So if their house caught on fire, they put what they could in here and then would pull it away from the fire to save it. So people in the local communities had always taken measures for their personal protection from fires, but in the beginning of the 18th century, town fire brigades started to get organized. Now, that's a crazy pike pole right there. I can only imagine carrying that around. And then the uniforms there, and then have their pump right here. And they have like these little axes here. They're called tubagochis. Doesn't say what they do, but I would assume it's to tear up the thatch roofs or something. Pretty cool. This is a large-size Edo map that was created in 1761. The map contains images including the residences of the firefighters who were on the shogun's direct retainers. Their residences were located in the area surrounding Edo Castle. The Ryoku-Hirokoichi Road can also be seen. This broad thoroughfare was functioned as an open space against fires. So the firefighting approach during the Edo era was the so-called destructive firefighting. Using this method, a brigade leader assessed various factors including wind direction, flame strength, and the structure of rows of houses, and so on. And then they ordered the men to destroy targeted houses to stop the fire from spreading. This is a town landscape that existed in the middle of the Edo era. You can see some of the houses have already been torn down. I guess it's the first version of Surround and Drown, maybe. I don't know. But it's just you had to go and tear down what hadn't been burnt before it did get burnt to prevent it from burning. Rough times. Look at this old pumper. They have a place here and there. They would take one of these sticks, put it there and on the other side, and they would pump the water. And you can see they have the red suction hose right there. And because they didn't have aluminum for the strainers, they made a strainer out of some type of wood, like a basket. It's pretty cool. Very ingenious. They're showing what they do. So they take it off the cart and then they put the suction into a water source and then they pump it to the fire. So nowadays, everything is just all automated. Right here, your first 911 center, the fire alarm would come in and be dispatched on that paper like a ticket counter, um, like what they used for the stock market and stuff like that. So really interesting. The technology that they have during the period that they had it is phenomenal. It's really awesome. Well, that completes our time at the Tokyo Fire Museum. What do you think about it? That's pretty cool. It's nice how they took it from back in during the Edo period until today. It's free to get in and no food or drinks. So don't go in there with anything because they don't even have trash cans to put it into. But if you have any questions about it, let me know. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, please, especially if you like firefighters because, well, I've been one for 14 years and I appreciate the support. Bing.